25.
Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11.
Here's Brown again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Burrow from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They aren't afraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, Burrow to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. From the gun, again to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. This is ahead for about 5. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. Offense to the line for second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
On first down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow has it in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Looking to throw, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
2 yards on the pickup, and that brings up third and goal from the 7. Burrow back to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Christian Gonzalez has it.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Brady's, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
And he's brought down. They'll spot this one right at the 20. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Garindo again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That's Odafe Oweh with a stop. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Bengals football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Straight ahead, it's Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's Burrow. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
He's got a man left. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. On target to Garindo. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. Now Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He beams one deep right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Burrow. Into traffic, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's... Oh, what a hit! Charge the ball loose! And now the Bengals have it! And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Throwing is Burrow. Dialing up her receiver screen. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Third and a lone yard coming up. Brown on the inside give. And he could not get there. They stopped him right at the line. Just short on third down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on fourth? We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Bengals are on the move here. Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Trying for it with Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Motioning the tight end left. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Complete over the middle. And he has this one past the 15. Will start downhill into Bengals territory. Got Evans, it's complete. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Caught, Trey Tucker makes the play. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Motioning the tight end now. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw it. Hauled in left side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Okay,
that's
Kate,
the half. in this opening round AFC postseason matchup. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this third quarter. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Now a give to Guerrero. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He finds Evans, left side. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down, Burrow to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Burrow setting up the play action. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Burrow from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. To throw again, it's Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Play action now. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. He's got it near midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Jaguars working with a short field as they take over. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Got a man, it's Thomas. Jaguars just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged its... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Brown on the carry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. He's on the move. Now here he goes. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Looking to throw, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Burrow out of the shotgun. He'll get this to Henry. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devin Lloyd making the play.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the give, it's Garindo. And they bring him down around the 34. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. The Jaguars have the ball and the lead. Only 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They bring a tight end in motion right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They're going play action. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Third and long, here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got it at the 24. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguars football. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Rip, 23. Here we go, huh? Here we go.
From the gun, Garindo. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position. Sometimes you hand the belly of the running back and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Lawrence now off the play action. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Garindo running between the tackles. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. Has it down close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Cut out left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Henry on the catch. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do. You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Brought in by Chase near the sideline. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 2nd and 3 now. Play action now. Burrow. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance. That's about trust. Trust in your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals have some new life in the fourth. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
2nd and 3 now. They put a receiver in motion right. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has it at the 7. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Brown does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. Here he is to throw. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Back to throw. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 30. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Now Garindo. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. They'll go right back to Garindo. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Going to the ground again on first. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
He'll look to throw it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And he's just gonna get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's gonna be 2nd down. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.